This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the US. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Let's go to Rebecca, line 4, Brooklyn, New York. Rebecca, good morning. What's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. I want to challenge the idiot, I'll say, idiot Leos of the world. And number one, let them know that Gaza, there is no famine in Gaza. They're getting truckloads of aid every day. He can go online right now and he'll see the video of trucks, tons of them, big, huge trucks coming in from Ashdod into Gaza as we speak.
Rebecca, let me say this to you. So, for folks around the country, Rebecca is referring to one of our earlier callers who, on a night like tonight, where people that were alive just a few hours ago are now in the morgue or being transported to the morgue, he called up and tried to disguise his hatred, talking about Gaza and innocent people are not being fed. That's what Rebecca's talking to. So, but Rebecca, my point to you, and I want you to continue your comment, my point to you is, even on a night like tonight, that caller Leo has no shame, none, and it's reflective. Are you telling me that human lives are just casualties of this nonsense? Go ahead, Rebecca.
Unfortunately, yes, to all those that think like him because of the Gaza, of the propaganda that they're trying to portray, which is a lie. And anyone who has not stepped foot in Gaza or in the surroundings and doesn't really read as to the truth of what's going on, they don't know what they're talking about, unfortunately. Leo is one of many. Now, either he hates Jews, or he's drinking the Kool-Aid like many other people are doing. And it's horrifying to hear someone like a Leo. I don't know what nationality he is, and I don't care. But you know what? But he's ignorant. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And the second thing I want to say is that I hope and I pray that this guy will get this animal will get the death penalty immediately, to at least to set a precedent that any other person that wants to be a copycat and on the stance of free Palestine, and also, by the way, they shouldn't even be allowed to say free Palestine. They should have shoved a kerchief over his mouth, because I don't want these people to go running around saying that they're doing this. They're giving it legitimacy to even say, oh, I'm going to kill the Jew because of free Palestine. They shouldn't even be allowed to say it. They should have gagged him. Hope he gets a death penalty. And I just hope and pray that right away the death penalty. And there shouldn't be copycat people that want to copy it, and they should be afraid. That's it.
Rebecca, thank you for the wonderful call. Let's go to line 5. Judith, also in Brooklyn, New York. Judith, good morning. What's on your mind?
You're not going to believe it, Dominic, that Rebecca, whatever she said is exactly what I want to say, and I'm going to say it my way, I guess. First of all, I want to start off by saying the amount of lies, Dominic, the amount of lies that these Hamas lovers are fed from little on creates this violence, okay? They're being lied to from little on, and then it has manifested itself right here in America with all these lies that these university students are being given. It's unbelievable. And it's like what Rebecca just said. I wish that people like this murderer gets the death penalty swiftly, not sit around and not whatever. That's all. And you know what, Leo, I got to tell you, Leo, Israel has a right to defend itself from October 7 genocidal killers. They are the genocidal killers. They're the ones that created genocide, okay? And Israel is always just trying to defend itself. It has always wanted to live in peace and harmony. It's the other side that never allows them to. This little tiny New Jersey area of Israel, and they don't want to let these people live. And let me tell you something. You've got 2 million Arabs in Israel, and they love living in Israel, and they live in peace and harmony over there. The government gives them exactly the same rights. You've got political people there that are Arabs in the parliament. Where would you hear it? You've got 22 Arab countries all around, but no, Israel's the one that's bad. Meanwhile, Israel's the one that's trying to exist in peace and harmony always. Have you ever seen anyone else other than these Muslims or radical Muslims ever? They're the ones that create the violence. Nobody else does. I'm sorry. And you know what? To Rebecca's point, this is what I want to say. Like the Boston killer. Why is he to be allowed to be alive? Why did they just blow up these people on the Boston? Remember the Boston killers, whatever? What was that all about? Why are they allowed to live? Why? This guy should be death penalty immediately, and all the other people like that. And the reason the violence comes, Dominic, is because of the lies, unfortunately. And, you know, in Germany, think about it. People were put to death for the crime of being born Jewish. Do you understand that? Because I don't.
I understand it fully. I understand. Yeah. I'm taking everything in right now, Judith, because I have a hard time processing what has happened in D.C. tonight. I have a hard time processing. If you go to my Twitter page, my X page, at Dominic TV, you can see, this is what I'm having a hard time processing, Judith. You can see the young man, full of life. He's in the morgue right now. He was a staff member of the Israeli embassy who was shot to death alongside his fiancée tonight in D.C. in the name of Free Palestine. And he, as the ambassador announced, he planned to propose to his loved one in Jerusalem just next week. And it's not to be, it's never going to happen for him. And his family's going to have to bury him, the next day or so. So from full of life to his life is over, as well as his fiance. And it's I'll give you the last word, Judith, before we continue.
You know what? This is not going to stop. This is going to continue. That's the way it is, because you have people like Leo that, they believe stuff. They believe the lies, and you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes truth, unfortunately, because it's sad. It's really sad. And Dominic, I really appreciate you. I really, really do. You're fabulous.
Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say. We're simply just doing our jobs. But thank you, Judith, for the wonderful call. This is the other side of midnight breaking news situation, news out of D.C. If you are just joining us coast to coast, a shooting outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. 2 Israeli embassy staffers, including a diplomat, were killed. 3 others injured. Gunfire erupted outside an event. And it's simply a horrible, horrible situation. The president has issued a statement. And the Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, on location. The U.S. Attorney for D.C., Judge Jeanine Pirro, on location. So the Trump administration is on this by every indication at this hour. Overnight, at 23 minutes past the hour. Let's go to line 4, Lakewood, New Jersey. Is it Chaim? Is that the way... Is that the way you pronounce your name?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so go right ahead, please.
Yeah, how's it going, Dominic? The first-time caller is a little intimidating for me to talk on live radio, but I just wanted to say, the political violence is intent, even without the anti-Semitism. Let's say we don't even defend Israel. I'm a Jew. I live in America. Let's say Israel is evil. What does it have to do with me? Why should I have the potential to be shot because some crazy person doesn't like Israel? I'm an American. I just find it ridiculous.
Well, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. We're all one. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. So that's my religion. I'm a Jew, so I should get shot because Israel's doing. I can't even process it. I don't even know how to start. Like, it's scary,
to be
you know what
honest
I mean?
with you, I'm having a hard time processing this as well. A very hard time.
That's my comment. I know this.
Well, thank you, and I'm glad that you're a first time caller in Lakewood, New Jersey. Hopefully, we'll hear from you again in the near future, and hopefully, it'll be under much better circumstances. Thank you so much for the wonderful call.